in these video games.
I'm sorry. Continue what you were discussing. The deep emotional connection with video games. Resident Evil 3 sucks because it's not the same.
Well, like that's actually why I appreciate that remake more in some ways, because like you have the 4 remake, which I think we all enjoyed, but that was also a game that occupies kind of a weird space in the reimagining remake dichotomy, because there are some parts of that game that are literally like beat for beat the exact same, and then there are parts that they just cut entirely and replace. Like there's that lava section in the castle that's just gone in the remake, and they replace it.
Yeah, I know. I like that part. I like that part in the original. There's also before you fight the first churchgoer boss from the village. I can't remember his name.
The guy who looks like Rasputin
man
from Anastasia.
Yeah, 8-foot-tall centipede man.
Mm-hmm.
Before you fight him, there's the section where you go on cable cars all the way down to retrieve an item to come back up.
They cut that part.
That's axed completely from the OG version as well. But they expand the section where you play as Ashley, except she doesn't fight any enemies besides.
I liked that
in the
section,
original.
but...
In the original, she throws things at bad guys, and they light on fire and die. But in the remake, she only fights the.
Sorry, I took so long.
Because like the deal with the Resident Evil 2 remake is that it's more of a. It's loyal as far as the police station goes, but they expanded that to add more shortcuts and stuff. So like, they took what's there and expounded upon it. Whereas with the sewers, I think they basically just replaced it outright, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd say the sky.
And then Nest is pretty different too. The lab at the end. Whereas with the third one, it's just yeah, that's the end.
That was the end.
There's no final boss.
Yes. There is
no
one more level
boss,
after this, though. So I guess I'll skip
I forgot how
this.
weird the bosses are in this. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Spyro 1
Oh, I guess I
bosses
can't
are...
skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Spyro 1 does not have good bosses. They improved on that a lot in the second and third one. But, like, Resident Evil 3 Remake is just a straight-up reimagining, which I think is cool, because it means that you've got 2 games with the same premise that are very different and both worth playing.
Weren't you going to skip these credits and go
I was
to that last
going
level?
to, but I can't. I'm pressing every button and it doesn't do anything.
In that case, Alonzo, download Escape the Backrooms.
So yeah, so that was Spyro the Dag
Please.
Run. Like I said, we do have one more level, but we might as well get our final thoughts out now while we're watching this.
Looks like a lot of fun. That game looks really neato. That's what I got to say about it.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't play this in the same sense that I probably wouldn't play the original. I guess I just don't like 3D platformers like this. They just don't resonate with me. It was fun to watch enough. I don't know. I guess I just don't have that much to say about it, but
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing
fair.
particularly bad about it.
Lonzo?
It's fun. It's the start to Spyro. Yeah, I mean, I have trouble because Spyro 3 is my favorite, and that's
that one's my favorite too.
Yeah, it's the accumulation of everything that they've learned throughout making the game. So I respect it for what it is. You know, if I were to rate them, yeah, I'd go 3, 2, and then 1.
The first one's your least favorite.
Yeah.
So you have played this one?
Yes.
Okay, for some reason I thought you hadn't. But yeah, regardless.
Recently,
yeah,
I had when I bought the collection.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Personally, for me, it goes 3, 1, 2.
Really?
Yeah, 2 is the worst one in my opinion, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have a whole
Alonzo,
review
check out
you
the
can
thing I
watch
just sent
if you
you.
want to learn more about that, but yeah, like this game I think is fantastic as far as like mid 90s or actually late 90s collectathons go, because like I said, don't want to pick on Banjo-Tooie too much more, but I think this is the anti-Banjo-Tooie. Like everything that game does wrong, this game does better. It's got a better pace. It's, you know, it doesn't waste your time with unlockable abilities and forcing you to clear gates like that. It just lets you play the game. It lets you have fun. The levels are well designed. There's lots of secret areas to find. So like if you're... I like the fact that you can glide in certain places and find secret areas, and that it's also a game that's not strictly speaking super difficult, but it does feel good to be able to blow through the combat sections because you're paying attention, you're good with the controls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's highly replayable too, in my experience, where like, yes, the treetop shit was a pain in the ass, but that was only because that's apparently an issue with this specific port, the PC version of the remake. Any other version of the game you play, the treetop shit wasn't nearly as bad as it looked in this. Which is, quite frankly, like if we're gonna talk about the remake, I really wish this game had like 3 more months in the oven, like just apart from the ports and everything, because like as much as I really do enjoy these remakes and think that they do capture something and do have like, I love the new art style, I love the new sound design, the controls feel much better in the remake too, because like in the original the analog stick emulates the D-pad, so it's not nearly as precise. And I love the animations for Spyro. The game feel of all of his controls are great. Like, I love all of those aspects of this remake, this collection. But, like, there are little annoying things that they just never fixed because Activision is the worst company on the planet. And what annoys me most is because, like I was saying, a lot of the reaction from the established Spyro fan base is just like, why did they change it from the way it was in the original? And that is reflected a lot in the mod scene for this game too. Like if you go onto Game Banana or Mod Banana or whatever it's called and look up the Reignited trilogy, most of it is cosmetics that try to make the game look more like the original versions, like the classic basket design or whatever, you know. And it's like nobody has tried to fix any of the problems with this port, like the frame-based programming on the stupid walls and Alpine Ridge or the fucking treetops. Nobody has, because like part of that is like you'd have to like decompile the scripts and try to fix them, but it's like if people can do that for Sonic games, there's no reason they can't do it for an Unreal Engine 4 game when it's such a widely spread known engine. And apparently the fan base just isn't interested in fixing those problems, and it shouldn't be their problem to fix in the first place, but it's like, I'm sure Iron Galaxy did the best job they could with time and money they had to try to get this thing on PC. It would have been relatively easy because it's Unreal Engine, but it sucks that, you know, like the first game, in my opinion, probably got the best treatment as far as remake goes because it had the most time spent on it. But it's also the one that has the most flaws as far as the PC version goes. So it's kind of like this is the closest to a definitive version of the Reignited trilogy, the PC version, but then the PC version has annoying bespoke issues that you can't work around. So, all right, I guess I can skip it after a while.
Yeah, after a while.
Because I swear I pressed every single goddamn button in my controller and it did nothing earlier. But so he's back.
Nasty's ancient history now. So what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard, but the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
Yeah, so that's the gist of it, is that this is your 100% reward. Okay, what did I miss?
What did you miss? You missed something.
What did you miss? You missed something?
I missed an entire level,
like...
apparently.
Oh. Cool, more game! Yay!
Hey, I guess undo all the final thoughts.
No.
Well, it's not like it's really going to change.
So we have 2 more levels left then.
Yeah, we have the secret final level, and let's see, which one did I not get? Oh, I missed the flight level in this one, that's it. So it shouldn't even be that long.
Oh, it's not even a world, it's just a level. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't miss an entire world. No.
Oh my god, can you imagine? The amount of bad that would be is so.
Oh, this is an early access game?
It is,
Oh.
but it's like from 2 years ago. But
So they probably
I
got
think
their
it'd
money
be
and
a lot of
stopped.
fun.
I swear
a
I
lot of
played
fun to
this. I
play it.
remember us playing this.
We could do Lethal Company.
I mean, Michael and I already have the game downloaded, so I'd prefer if we do that one, and then another time we could do Lethal Company.
Yeah, we did this one. I'm fairly certain. What? Okay,
Yeah.
apparently we
Well,
didn't
Mikey-
do this one. I swear to God, I remember editing this.
Mikey editing, you editing it.
Okay, the last
All
time
right.
they updated the game was October 2024.
Okay.
Lethal Company or the Backrooms
This
game that
Backrooms
Ethan
game.
wants. Yeah.
That's what I hate about some of these early access games. They get it, they get their money, and they just stop development.
Well, there's that X Zodiac game, that Star Fox inspired game that has
Yeah.
been in early access for like 100 years. Oh God. I gotta do it again.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's
You
like
know how bad this is so.
it's like one of those games where they get their they do their preliminary Kickstarter crowdfunding thing, and they put it on early access, and it's been like 6 years since X Zodiac went into early access or something crazy like that, and the fucking game's still not done. And it's like, I know I'm one to talk because I haven't released a review in fucking forever, but it's like, yeah, how long do you need to make Star Fox? You know what I'm saying?
I, Alonso Jesus Duarte, have an opinion on this matter. Star Fox games are probably very difficult to develop.
I mean, it would be if it was like 1992, which is before the original even came out. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Michael, you are a certifiable genius.
How the fuck did I manage to miss this? I'm kind of flabbergasted.
I mean, did you edit it or not?
I think I'm confusing this for the level with the lighthouses, which I guess is in a different world. All right, so we finished it. Now we can go to Nasty's
Hooray.
loot.
Now we have that final boss level. I think Alonzo just walked away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at my shelf of Gunpla and Figma models and admiring their craftsmanship.
By the way, the original game I don't think had fast travel, so you had to go to the balloonist to get back here. So
That sounds horribly inconvenient.
okay, yeah, it's highly kind of shocked I managed to miss that level. That's bizarre.
Mikey making a mistake. I can't
Anyway,
believe it.
So this is another thing I like about Spyro 1 is each game has a super secret final level you unlock for getting 100%. So like a fun reward. And this level has a fun gimmick that I really enjoy. It's that you remember how Ethan was talking about how Spyro can fly sometimes, but sometimes he can't. In this level, there's a gimmick where the farther up you get, the highest platform you reach, it determines how high you can fly. And then you also fly much faster. So like as you climb up this level, you can fly over more of the level, and it opens up new pathways and stuff. So it's fun.
Anybody ever played Bugdom for like PC?
I've never heard of it. Does that have anything to do with Bug for the Saturn?
Hold on. I need to move some furniture during the session.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
This is one of those old PC games that I played when I was a youngster.
Does it have anything to do with
With
Sim
an
Ant?
Apple computer machine, but I was so young when I played it that it was one of those games that I couldn't figure out the name of until like 15 years later.
Like Crazy Drake?
Just like that.
Where Ethan was talking about like, yeah, I went over to this girl's house and I played some kind of duck game. I don't remember what it was
That was
called.
my neighbor. That was my neighbor girl's house.
Yeah.
I lived between two girls, so I would hang out with them all the time.
So you so like when you were a little kid, you didn't have that phase where you're like girls are icky or whatever?
No. When I was a little kid, most of my friends were girls.
Because I remember that.
I
Being...
mean, like all the girls, all the neighbor. Like I didn't have any boy neighbor kids.
Or what about
until
that
I
one you
was
used to go to the
10.
house of with Jackie, the old lady?
That's when I was 10.
Okay.
He was because like because my parents divorced, but like I would go to my guy friend's house when I was young, like, but that wasn't until I met them in school. All the kids that lived directly near me in my neighborhood were all girls, so I would always hang out at their houses. I would hang out at Kendall's house. I would hang out at Sarah and Stephanie's house, and then I would go hang out at Alicia's house. Kendall was actually in my class. But fun times, and now she's a Sims streamer. I think she's actually relatively popular too. I'm kind of surprised about that.
Meanwhile, we do game Mavericks.
We were so much more popular back then.
We get more views and
were
comments
popular.
now than we ever did back then.
Yes, I know. It's kind of incredible that we've grown this channel to what it is. It's a small, unique community, but we appreciate it for what it is.
I, Alonzo, appreciate all of our beloved viewers.
We love everybody.
We love you all.
You're goddamn right.
Anyways, here comes the super plane. We gotta catch up to him. We gotta fly over this lava. So yeah, it's basically a victory lap. What I like about this level as opposed to the other two is super bonus round kind of feels like a bunch of random gameplay styles stapled together for the final level with the boss hanging out at the end. And Dragon Shores just kind of feels like a nothing level. It's all of the mini games are really easy. Again, it's supposed to be a victory lap, but it's not as fun as this victory lap in my opinion. And this I think benefits from focusing on the core gameplay as well, so that's really nice. And the unique gimmick of being able to fly for once is actually kind of cool. So, always liked Nasty's loot. Y'all still there, or are you just too good to speak to me?
I was waiting for you to edit in the fart noise.
Oh.
I, Alonzo, am too good to speak to you.
Did you ask me to edit in a fart noise?
No, because anytime there's a blank, there's a blank section, you just fill it in with a gigantic riff.
Well, lately I've just been turning up the music to fill the gap. I mean, bless you.
That's actually probably better, but in this one instance, do that.
Okay.
Because that's funny.
Boy, oh boy, those fart jokes sure are funny.
Alright, so you guys remember the beginning of the game where Nasty had his CRT? That's in this room.
Ooh, let me start watching the game now.
So you remember the posters that he had in the wall?
Yeah, the demotivational posters. I do remember that, but where's the TV?
I guess he put it away somewhere. Alright.
He sold it on Facebook Marketplace.
He put it under old TV and he gave it away for free.
Yep. Or he's a reseller and sold it for $300 despite it not being worth that much.
I can't remember if the reporter was called Bob in the original. Or if that was just something they did because they're toys for Bob or whatever.
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the Dragon World, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my Dragon days butting heads with Nasty Nork and his weird minions. What's a minion? Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Nasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Here we go again.
Dang it.
Now I gotta play the whole game a second time, just like those fucking Demon World Village games.
Is there another level, or is this the beginning?
No. That's the end. I was joking. All right. Good night, everybody.
Fuck yeah! Join us on the next episode of Sniff Mavericks, where we sniff
guys,
some...
my Audacity stopped recording 10 minutes ago.
And I think we have to save that story for next time on Sniff Mavericks.
Oh,
maybe
by
we
next
can
time you're
transfer
not
to
going to
Spider-Man.
remember, so just tell the rest of it real quick.